hate that we have come to this point. We've witnessed the Majority Leader break his word to the United States Senate.
No matter how often my friend rudely talks about me not breaking my word, I'm not going to respond talking about how many times he's broken his word.
What the Majority Leader has really been saying here all along is he wants the confirmation process to be speedy and for the minority to sit down and shut up. If we don't pull back from the brink here, my friend, the Majority Leader, is going to be remembered as the worst leader of the Senate ever.
Welcome back to Opinion Journal. The Senate's two most powerful men debating the value of the filibuster. Some pretty strong words there. Who's right? Well, Wall Street Journal assistant editorial page editor James Freeman joins me now. James.
Hi, Mary.
Hey, is this a legitimate debate, a debate we should have?
It's definitely legitimate. You can get rid of the filibuster with no constitutional problem. This is not a constitutional principle. This is just the rules of the Senate, which they can decide to change with a majority vote.
Okay, so why is Harry Reid threatening to nuke the filibuster now?
Well, different ideas. He's saying he's only going to get rid of it for executive branch appointments, but people assume if he gets rid of it for this, pretty soon it's going to go away for judges, for all legislation. The thinking is that he really wants to get Obama appointees onto the National Labor Relations Board. Some of their earlier rulings getting tossed out by the courts, or maybe soon to be tossed out by the courts. So the thinking is they really want to get these labor guys in place to basically reaffirm some of these decisions that may be tossed out because of questions about how they were appointed earlier.
But James, so Democrats have a point. Shouldn't the president get the cabinet nominees that he wants? Well,
we've always thought that, the Senate does have a role to review the qualifications, but yeah, basically in the main, the president should get the team he wants. As I said, though, I think once you do the nuclear option, most people in the Senate don't anticipate that this would stop with presidential appointments to the executive branch, that you would eventually have the filibuster go away for everything.
So let's say that happens, that Harry Reid nukes the filibuster, gets rid of it altogether. Does this move us down the path towards something like a parliamentary system where the majority that rules gets to do what the majority wants to do, and it's very difficult to block that?
Hard to predict, but it would be literally a nuclear option for Harry Reid and his constituents, because it would mean, among other things, that the planned nuclear waste dump in Yucca Mountain, Nevada, which he's been able to block with the help from the filibuster, would probably go forward. This is great news for America because it's actually the perfect place to put nuclear waste and scientifically sound. But as far as in general, it's hard to say. I think you're right. Basically, it would be easier to get stuff into law. And I think conservatives tend to think that the ideas that people have to make government bigger tend to be bigger and bolder than the ideas that free market types have to restrain government. So generally, most of the stuff stopped by the filibuster is bad. But if you want to dream about repealing Obamacare, certainly in a future Congress, more Republican Congress, easier to do if you only need 51 votes.
So, James, is there another calculation here which is towards 2014, where if Harry Reid does this, he can go to the Democratic base and say, look, I've opened the door to faster votes, votes on people that even Republicans say that the president should have in his cabinet. Does it give him something to talk about next year?
2014, he's playing with fire, because you look at the Democrat or the senators up in 2014, most of them are Democrats. Also included in that are some incumbents in states that have not been very kind lately to Democrats, North Carolina, Arkansas, for example. So if he's betting on a win in 2014, or maybe he thinks this will help him, then hard to say. I think it seems likely that after 2014, Republicans without a filibuster are going to get more of what they want in the Senate. But maybe he thinks it's a political winner now to rile up the base.
A political winner now. Wall Street Journal assistant editorial page editor James Freeman. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Barry.